Okay, perfect. So I'm in the middle of testing right now because everybody's pinging me if I have completed the testing.
Sorry,
Let me
sorry,
share
sorry.
my screen.
This is the last week, so everybody will push you. Because, oh, no,
Yeah.
do my first. I understand the last week. So
Yeah.
everybody say, no, 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 I don't want new guy. I want old guy. I don't trust the new guy. I want you to finish this before you go.
I'll
Right?
share my screen. Yeah, that's true. When Peter was also leaving, I was also like, no, 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 Peter, tell me this, tell me this.
I don't want to. I want Peter. I want Peter. Yes.
It feels like we are not ready until the time it comes for you, and then you are ready. So it's okay. When Peter was leaving, I was so worried inside that how will I take over from Peter because he has been here for so many years and I am here, new person. How will I take care everything? But
That's
everybody's so helpful here, so it's okay.
it's normal.
Yeah. Okay, so first I'll just start it just to make sure that it is working.
You're doing this not. Huh? Okay, sorry.
The testing on that day, we just left it in between, and I just need to make sure that it is not creating any problem. Okay, it is 19.14. Perfect. So, do we have the selection which I created that day? Jan to June start. It is still giving error. So, where is the log? This is uh, unique constraint
I don't want to
depassing.
exhaust you. Because if we focus on something else, you'll be exhausted. Should we do the KT first?
Sure, just a sec. Just give me 2 minutes.
Yeah. Because you will be exhausted.
Yeah, it's
And so,
okay.
so yeah.
Just this week, I'll take care. I'll manage somehow. So January 1st to 25, June 30, create. And it's a selection percent. This is done. So now if we run the calculation with 87, which I have created today, start, still failing. Error failed while executing this API. Then today it started like this at 11:07. This is done. 87 selection. Having issues with calling emits calculation API. Okay, we need to send this to Tan. We need meeting with Tan. Hmm. Where is everybody? Mildred. Mildred. Okay, we need Pravesh also in our meeting, so let's ask him. Okay, I'll just send him the invite from here. Hi, Pravesh.
Yeah, Mansi.
Hi.
So, yesterday we met with Karen, and right now I'm starting the development Jpat session with Tim. So, Karen and Camby also wanted you to be in the sessions, just like what information Tim will receive. So, you will also have revision kind of a thing for JPATs, and then from there, Tim will take over.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Do you
Timin,
have
as
any?
you know, I came from long leaves, and there are a lot of pending work at my side. So I'm also in a pressing situation in the project work because it has already been delayed by at least 4 months. But and I would like to say that once Mansi is finished with her KT, once my project work is done, then we need to revisit these these KT sessions again. Okay.
Hello, Tim?
Yeah. What is that a request? What?
Yeah, Pravesh is saying that once I will finish the KD and my after this week. So Pravesh is completing his tasks, and once he's settled because he has come back from his long leave. So once he is settled with his work, he will resume you with JPAT's development.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because unfortunately I cannot spend time because it's very pressing situation for me in the web forms project. But yeah, because it's last week of Mansi, so I'll try to join these calls as much as possible. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. So, meanwhile, you will be settling in your tasks. Tim will also be going through JPATs because it is his first time as well.
Yep.
So, I think this will give time to Tim also to be come
Uh,
to the level which you are on right now in JPAT. So then it will be helpful for both of you.
yeah. So Mansi, what I would suggest that we should check, and by the time you leave, Tamin have all those tools available, and he can log in and can see the programs. Okay.
Yeah, we had already one session on these checking accesses, and we went through application by application to make sure all the things like sudo roles and server accesses are working for him.
Yeah. Particularly the JPad, we need this tool, right? What we call where we
Visual
see the
Studio?
code. Visual Studio.
Yeah, Mildred already downloaded in Tim's machine.
Okay. So please verify that, and if
Yeah, that's
Tim
what we will
have
do
that.
today because now we are starting from scratch. So Tim has the access for GitHub. He will download the code from there and bring the solution file into the code. So Tim, I think you should share your screen and I will help you go
Yeah.
through it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, open the Visual Studio 2022. Mildred would have downloaded in your machine. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Why is it taking so long? Can you cancel this?
Okay. Not because I went. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I need to go to my phone.
Okay.
I did click it. I don't know what happened.
You can cancel this Visual Studio installer.
Okay.
Okay, now press the Windows button. There is a search option there, right? Visual Studio. Yeah, yeah. Click here. Do skip and add account later. Yeah, start Visual Studio. Okay, so your Visual Studio is ready. Now go to the GitHub, which I sent you. Log into GitHub code.
Which one? This one?
The first one. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Go to my phone.
Pravesh, do you remember those steps where we are adding the VC++ components into the Visual Studio once we have the code with us?
Mm,
I think you
mm,
made some notes on that because Tan showed us that we need to add Oracle Instant Client so that the compilation works.
uh, uh, but completely out of touch. But let me see my notes.
Where are they?
Second tab.
Okay.
Okay, so you are in DLL. Go to the CPTS emits.
Okay.
Okay, so there you see that green button code. Click on the drop down. Uh, yeah, click on download zip. Yes.
Okay.
So you have zip on your download section.
Okay. Yep.
Yes. Unzip this one.
Where?
You can move this folder into your D drive. Just make a folder called Jpats in your D drive and uh, copy it there. Called Jpats. Make a folder here.
Make a folder
Yeah.
for the JPEG.
Yes. And move
Okay.
the zip file inside Jpats. Yeah. Now unzip it here. Extract all, I think. Yes. Extract. Okay. Yeah. Go inside this folder. One more. There is this SLN file. So we need that SLN file. Okay, now go to the your Visual Studio, and there is a second option, open a project or solution. Click on here and go to your Jpats folder where you have extracted that master file. And there is a SLN file. Open that.
Here
Yeah, D drive, Jpats.
and where?
Yeah, this SLN file. Choose this and click open. It's opening.
Okay.
Yeah, open this drop down for CPTS emits. And hmm, CPTS emits lib.dll, that says fine. Okay, one sec. Let me compare it with mine because there is a folder which is called C. So I have Jpats where hmm, I created. I just a sec. I'm comparing it with mine. Um, don't- Documents. Then there is a Jpats folder. PTS. There was a folder in yeah, it was something like this. They didn't move in mine, so I'll just copy this. Control C and Control V. Let me see your screen. Can you open this commands, models, reports? I think we downloaded something else. Can you open this properties?
Did you pin me?
Yes. No, not pinged you. I'm just asking you under the Solution Explorer where it is called CPTS emits. You have opened this. Yeah, can you expand this properties? Expand this commands, models, just down the yellow.
Command model?
Commands. You see commands, right? Yeah. So, oh, okay. So this is, I think I told you opposite. So this is for .NET and we need the DLL that's for C. So can you open the DLL file into the GitHub? This is a .NET code. No, no, no. Go to GitHub. Yeah, and go to the DLL one. This is CPTS emits. There was one more DLL. Go back.
Go back means what? Back what to where?
Uh, just a sec. Can you give me control, please? So I can point out where you need to go.
I did click you.
Okay. I don't have it yet. Hmm. CPTS emit software for Jpat, and now we need the DLLs. Can you give me the control? I'll request again. You will see a pop-up to approve or something.
I did click you many times. Give control to you. Maybe let me minimize this one somewhere. In the team meeting, give control.
Okay, now I have it. So minimize this and go back to the GitHub page. Yeah, go back here. Oh, you have the URL for DLL in your notes. Can you copy it from there?
This
The
one?
DLL, this one, yeah. The
Dear,
second one. Yeah, this one. Yep. Yeah, download it from here. Download zip. Yeah, so you can update in your notes that DLL is the .c file and simple one is for the .c, .NET and C++. Update your notes.
so it's reverse.
Yeah, it's opposite.
Okay, got it. Okay, download here.
Yes. DLL master. Copy it. Move it into your JPads.
Extract.
Yes. Okay. Go to DLL master inside and local WS. Scroll down. There should be a SLN file. Scroll down. Go inside the folder which is called local WS on the up. Inside, go to this folder. Yeah, there is SLN file. Okay, local ws.sln. Go back to your Visual Studio. You can close this Solution Explorer. We don't need this one. Close this Solution Explorer. Yeah, close everything. Okay, there will be an option here to open a solution file. Go to Files, Open, and then, yeah, click on this project or solution, first option. And now point it to that master. Go to DLL master, local WS, and yeah, choose this SLN file. Yes, open.
Click OK.
Just a sec, yeah. Here we need to make sure that your Windows SDK version should be the correct one. Latest installed. Upgrade to V143. Yes, click OK. Opening, right? Yeah, it's opening. What it says, changing platform toolset to V143 was V142. One completed, 0 failed. Okay, so here should be a solution explorer. Yeah, can you open this?
Yeah, okay, let me click. Here's view control.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, this one.
First one, yeah. Yeah, expand this local WS. And there are, so I'll just expand it for you. So there are these are dependencies. So there you will see .h files, and here you have some header files. These are all some header files. So the things you were seeing yesterday, that decomp df, decomp dfc, so emerge, engine part value. So all these header files are here. And then there are resource files. Oh no, source files.
Source
So
file.
there are these source files. And in this one, so the changes we need to make here in this file, which is called cid32.c. If you double click on here, it will open the code in this window. So I'll just close it for you now. And here you can start having the read on the code, like how is it working, that it is including the libraries and then declaring some global variables. So right now I will show you now what changes we need to make and
Mansi,
what's going on.
sorry. Timin, did you work on this MS Microsoft Visual Studio earlier?
Studio, no. But C, I'm
No.
very good.
So
Yeah, C,
close it once
I know
again and
all
then
those commands.
reopen.
Oh, sorry, reopen? How do you mean?
Yes. So you will do this iteration. It will be easy because every time you have to do that.
So it's asking you to close Visual Studio and then reopen.
Oh,
Yes.
sure. Let me close. Okay, let me click here. Here,
Just a
close.
Yeah.
practice session. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me do this. And
Now open
I
Visual
think,
Studio again.
okay, I think what you told me is to here, to a window, uh,
From the
Visual
search.
Studio
Yeah, exactly here.
here. Open recent. So the one you say DL is the one, right? Then you ask me to do the
Yeah.
okay. For you to reach here, what did you do? You do the what? You do the view, right?
Yeah, because your Solution Explorer was closed, so you can open it from view.
View, then
It is
solution
already
explorer.
there now, so if you will close it and then you can open it.
So if I have stuff from scratch, I need to put it here, right?
Yeah,
View, solution explorer.
right. Because you need to see the drop down of your code.
Okay. All right. Good. And the
Yeah.
code. Okay. Got it.
So you are good till here, and now I will share my screen and I will show you the changes what we are doing right now.
And Mansi, before let us start with the document where they are asking us to change the version from G to F.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing right now. What's
Okay,
the
yeah,
revision G and what's the revision F.
correct.
So
And then you can show the code where the changes were made. So first, start with the documentation which we received from Glenn or Textron.
yeah, okay, sure. So I'm sharing my screen right now and I will go to my documents. So Tim, right now the what version we have, the code, which version we are running. So these are mainly based on the revision. As I told you yesterday, that Textron has their software, and from that software they get the data and then they send it to us. We perform the calculations on it, make reports, and send it back to them. So as I told you, when they created that software, it was just for the example, like previously, let's say there was only 6 columns when they created that software, and by the time was changing, they tried to add more and more things. They tried to fix some bugs, and then they tried to add some new enhancements, some new columns they tried to add. So whenever they were adding new things, they were calling it as revision. So they started with revision A, revision B, revision C. Currently, our software is on revision G, and now they move it. They want to move the software from revision G to revision F. I have both the revision here with me, so I will show you one by one. And then we need to make sure what's the difference between revision G and revision F, and we need to make those changes into the C code. You understood this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I will start with revision G and they send us this PDF file, what revision G says, and side by side I'll open my revision F so you can compare both. So I'll send you these files so you can have a read on this. So you will see that when we are coming to JPATs, you would be seeing we are talking so much about DDF. So DDF is called decompressed data file. In this data file, we have the flight information. So it is prepared by GE Aviation. So this is the company who prepares the reference manual, like how the software should work and what should be there in the data file. And so these are the contents, and now you will see what is inside the DDF file. So it says the introduction: DDF is the primary output of the data decompression engine, which is called decomp.dll, or we say decomp. As we were working yesterday, you were seeing so many things like decomp df, decomp dfc, decomp data engine start, DF engine. There were so many things. So whenever there is a decompression of the engine, we are calling them decomp.dll. It is shared by IGS and PC decomp. It is an input to data display program such as IGS developed by GE Aviation. They are doing business as GE Aviation. It can be written or read from application programs using their aviation callable interface to decompress data file. So there is a software which is prepared by GE Aviation, and it reads and writes data into the DDF file. So I told you, right, the Textron has a software in which they gather the flight data, and from that they create a data file and they send it to us, which is called DDF file. They send DDF files to us. So I'll show you how does a DDF file looks. So they send the DDF file like this. We cannot open this DDF files because I think it's in binary format. And then Than has given us this .exe, which converts the DDF file into CSV file. So now if I open the CSV file, you will see how a DDF file looks. Okay, so this is inside of a DDF file. If I open a DDF file and I will try to show you if we can read it from here.
No, no, it's
No,
binary,
because
right?
it's a binary file. It does not open. And it is written in the hexagram something program was there. Hexa. I had a software. Okay, we'll check later. So this is how a DDF file looks. So in this DDF file, they have the engine serial number, and they have all this information like what is this base location, when the DDF, what's the DDF date, what's the DDF time, and this is a flight recording. So whenever a flight takes off, it starts recording the data. Why we are collecting this data and what we are doing with this one? So Textron is sending this data to us, and we are processing this calculation on their data to make sure that flight parts and flight engines are working fine, or if any part or if any engine is getting old, we come to know from our calculation and we send it to Textron. So they have those calculation in their hand to make sure that they are able to replace the engines or parts at the same time. Like they're not using very old engines into their system because they are military engines and military parts for the aviation. So that's why it is required for them to have the calculation or have the reports in their hand, and they are also sending it to US government to make sure that they are not dealing with old parts or old engines, and to make sure that they are replacing it or at the same time. That's why we are doing this calculation. And there are so many things like NZ, ALT. You will see all this information into the code, that the calculations are being performed on the torque, on the NZ, on the NG. So you will be seeing in this code how these are being calculated. And right now, when we were talking about, as I gave you example, that there are, let's say, 18 columns are there, and now company wants to add one more column. So that's how the change becomes. Currently, we are working on certain set of columns, which let's say we call it as revision G, and now the company is saying we want to add one more column. So that one more addition becomes a new enhancement, which becomes a new revision, which becomes revision F. So I will show you the PDF again. Yeah. So it says characteristics. DDF is an unformatted sequential file with variable length records, each of which is up to this bytes in length. First 2 bytes of each record contains a record label. And as I was saying, let me, yeah. So this file we have converted it into CSV. That's why we are able to make the difference that okay, first thing is block, then second thing is record, then this is time. We have decoded it in CSV and it is easy for us to format like what column is which. But in DDF, the DDF file is not like that. The DDF file which we receive, it is in the form of hexadecimal file. So that means you need to calculate the each and every set of bytes. So that's why it says, sorry, that's why it says that first 2 bytes are the record. In this you will see first 2 bytes are the records. Then a second 2 bytes of each record contain the length of record in bytes, including the label length and checksum fields. So here, if you will compare in with this CSV, so first thing it says engine serial number because it has been converted. Right now, let me get a hexadecimal software for you so I can show you the DDF. Just a sec. Hex editor. Yeah, we call it hex editor. Uh, Let me download something. I had it there, but this trial version ended, so I removed it from my PC. Hexadecimal hex editor. It was hex editor.
And Timin, you can also do the same thing. You can just
Yeah, yeah,
download
yeah,
this
yeah,
utility.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
Once see this, and then I think
Yeah, when you are free, you can do this.
yeah. So this is also one of the important utility.
Uh, Admin can do it.
So
I'll ask
Timin,
Mildred to can you give
we
me
get
admin?
DDF file from Textron, and DDF file is a binary file, and then we read our these programs read those binary files and insert data into the database. And once it is done, then we prepare reports for Pratt. So this is the overall flow that we receive DDF file. DDF is a binary. Then we have these programs which read the DDF files, put insert data into database, and then prepare the report. That is what we call these calculations. And then calculations, we share it with Pratt, and then Pratt sends it to Textron once again. Right,
Got
Mansi?
it?
This is
Yes. Tim, you understood?
Yeah, because you
Okay.
already taking me a lot of hours, right?
Sorry?
Because you already KT with me many hours,
Yes, exactly.
so that's why I know.
Perfect. So now I'll show you a DDF file. Mildred will give me admin so I can install it and then I can show you. The development part, mostly me and Pravesh shared, and we tried to understand this development part together. So if I'll miss something, Pravesh will add. And yeah, otherwise, you have the recordings from Tan when he told us. So you have like enough amount of data to go through this development side. And I will try to explain and cover as much as I know. Just wait. So it's correct section.
So you try to open up the DDF file because when you do a coding, you must know the format of DDF. Otherwise, you cannot code. So OpenCSV doesn't help. OpenCSV only help you to read, understand.
Yes,
But the coding,
exactly.
you have to follow the exact format.
The software is working on the code from DDF file, and DDF file is a binary file. You can view it into the hex editor, but when this Jpat software was written, it was written based on the each and every byte size. Like as this document says that first 2 bytes are record, then second 2 bytes are this, then last 2 bytes are this. So you have to go byte by byte following the DDF file. But if you need to view like how is what is it and what data is there, just a simple format, so you can convert it into CSV and view it.
Yeah, but this just help you to
Yeah, the
view, but
software is DDF. Yes.
you cannot doesn't help in coding. Coding doesn't,
Yeah,
you
it
know.
does not help in coding, and that's why the new requirement which is coming from JPads, the requirement which we are currently working on right now, that is very small, that just to add one extra column. But the new requirement which is coming from Textron, that maybe it will take another 1.5 year or something for them to complete. So they will be sending us the CSV file instead of DDF file, and we will need to make so many changes into our software to make it compatible to read it with CSV rather than DDF file. That's what Camby was saying yesterday, that we had meetings and we did the estimates and everything. So I will help you to go through all that, like where I'm leaving and from where you will continue.
You mean in the future they're going to give us CSV file,
Mm-hmm.
or our software should be able to read from CSV instead of the DDF?
Correct.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
okay.
why you will need to make changes into the code, because right now code reads DDF. And then if they will start sending CSV, then you will need to make changes into the code so that code reads CSV instead of DDF, because for DDF you are reading bytes. CSV will work on uh how do we say that we divide this column? What do we, I forgot
Mm,
that name.
yeah,
The
because currently we are calculating the length based on their format, and they give us the specifications that okay, these are the bytes for header section, these are the bytes for this section. Accordingly, these C programs have been developed, and we are reading those fields as per their specifications. So now, so if we see this binary file in the text format, the data is like that. We have these fields ALT, I think it's altitude, and then yaw. So these are the fields, and these are written in the documents. If Mansi will go further, so these details are also given.
yeah. So it
Yeah.
shows DDF records that first is
Yeah.
header, then directory, then parameter.
When you compare these DDF record and this header file HDR, DIR, parameter description, so in C code you will see everything there. So Mansik, go further. So these are the different sections in the DDF file. So header file, starting with the header file, so header record, header section, and so Timin, you need to go to this document and then also open the C program and one side, and then you can see that how they are. So these are the structures in C programs for each and every the section. So for header section, we have a structure. So in the structure, all the fields are defined in the header structure.
Okay. So those two PDF, where do I get those two PDF?
I will send you.
Okay, thank you.
And Mansi, as mentioned by Mildred, you are going to copy these auto mount to somewhere as a backup, complete
Yeah,
backup.
yeah.
So
Uh,
we both of us will have access to that folder in future. So I think Mildred will help us on that.
yeah, exactly. Into this Jocelyn folder, there's design 14, and everybody's leaving their data here. Like you will see Dana's documents, you will see
Yeah,
Peter's document. So I will also create a document with my name and I will put my data in here.
perfect.
So if anything you need or you feel like you're missing, so you can just check many documents. Like sometimes I also come to Diana's document to find if I can find some notes regarding to JPads or PLM Navigator. She when she left, she did the upgrade from Windows 7 to Windows 10, so she also left some notes here.
Otherwise, Stephen, you need to invite Mansi on the coffee.
Oh yeah, right. I'm going to fly back. So where are you, Pravash? Where are you?
Montreal.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. You
You,
guys can.
Stephen, where you are
I'm
located?
I was in Longueuil, but not anymore.
Oh, I'm in Longe.
Yeah, I was
Where are you
there.
now?
Now I'm in a near 100 kilometer away from Toronto.
Oh, so
Oh,
you are in
okay.
Ontario.
Yeah, Ontario.
Oh,
Similar
okay,
to
okay.
from Montreal to the Longueuil.
Mhm.
Okay. So
After
these
COVID
are
19.
the
Okay.
sorry. These are the main tables in the database. And unfortunately, Mansi, I have never logged into database. See,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
this is database. Okay. You show me database. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
This,
So
you are
these are
talking.
the main table like which we worked yesterday, decomp DF, deep JPads engine. There's a decomp DFC, there's a engine start. So these are the columns inside this database. And this is how they're related. So if you come to Diana's folder, you will see there are three PDFs, which is called relational one. And then if you open relational two, you will see how these are related to each other. That this is the primary key, this is the foreign key, and how this is how they're making the relation with each other. Then serialized part is related to critical parts, and there is a emits part value. So this is how the relation works right now. It will be so much for you right now, but I will try to make it as simple as possible. So let's back to our FG. So we are in Rev G right now. These are like characteristics. It tells you like what is inside the DDF file. So like let's say it says first two bytes of each record contain a record label, second two bytes this, last two bytes are this. A DDF will contain all of the data for a single recorder data type, type 1, 2, etc. Decompressed from a single memory device, which is called AMU, CMSU, NVM, or a memory partition or downloaded portion of device. DDFs are named using the name of the CDF combined with the recorder data type and appending the file extension .ddf. So this is just a high level information like how The DDF is receiving the data, how they're saving the data, from where they're getting the data, and how these bytes will be processed. Then moving on. So then the next part is what is inside the DDF record. So DDF, there is one single DDF record which will contain all this information, and this information will be in the byte level. So you need to work accordingly. Like one first byte will be for the header record, then it will be directory, then it will be parameter description, parameter list record. Like that, it will continue. The DDF consists of a header, directory, a block containing the description of each parameter used in DDF, blocks of decompressed data, and an end of file record. End of file record will tell you that this record is over here and next record will start. And then records are written in blocks of one or more records, each of which has the same label. The order that data blocks are recorded in the file is determined by the order that the data file and record descriptions appear in this ASCDB. There will be something called ASCDB. It's not here, maybe it will be a different file. And then it says what is a header record. This says the first record of every DDF is a header record. The header record identifies the source of the data. So then it will list all the things and it will list all the flags. The header records contains information about the source of the data that file contains. There is exactly one header record. So that means there should be a header record in every DDF. The header record is the first record. Header record is 2K bytes in length. Most of the header records consist of spare bytes. Header record identifies the file as DDF, and header record contains this. File description identifying the file as a DDF, a head field identifying the recorder data type, aircraft type or name, tail number, last six characters of tail number, then date and time that recorded data was downloaded to CDF or DDF. So you
One
can
minute,
start compare
Mansi.
here. Hmm?
Hello, Mansi. Now
Yeah.
you open this CID 32
Okay. Side by side.
side by side.
Where it is. Okay. Now I'll start my Visual Studio. This is the com solution. So I'll just go into my D drive, projects, Jpats. Yeah, CID 32.
So
I'll
now,
close this.
Jimin, so if you see this code here, so it's opening the file and then reading the file.
So
Uh,
it starts here. See, read header record label. Then it's checking directory entries. Then reading parameter description, as it was mentioning here. Header record, then directory record, then parameter description, then
Mansi, I would like
checksum.
to show Jimin those structures. I
Shall I
think
give
those,
you control?
those
Like,
are in header files, right?
okay, that will be CID32.h.
Yeah.
Let me show. Okay,
So
yeah.
these are the
Header label.
structures are
Yeah.
defined.
So there are in a header record, there will be bytes from 1 to 99, and 99 will mark as an end of file. And this will start from here. So they have given a header record table. That first field will mention record label. Second field will mention record size in bytes. Third field will mention decompressed data. Fourth, recorded data type. So we will go here like that. You see header label 1, directory label 2, parameter label 3. It goes till 99, end of label. Hello, Tim.
Yeah, clear.
So
Okay.
come a little bit down here, record type. So in record type, we have label, we have record size in this structure, and then header. Come down. DDF header. Where is DDF header structure? Type def struct something like
This one.
no, it's a parameter record.
Okay. Let
It's
me go down a little.
a connection, directory access, parameter, block access.
So here
Down.
these all are defined.
These are the static values here. So we have record type. We
Yeah.
have
Header
header
descriptor.
description. So So it's a file ID, and these are all defined here based on these specifications. So, Timin, if you see here in this table in the document, and here is the structure, so
Mhm.
it's matching here, right?
Pretty clear.
Okay. Perfect. So till last thing, it goes till here that 45 byte is 45 field is the checksum. So we are till field 19. So field 19 here, field 19 here it says flag indicating whether directory entries include the identifiers for decompressed time and relative. And this is like calculating session time, session date. Field 17, 18, calculating block size. Field 4 is record type. We'll match from here. Field 4 is record type, field 4 record type. Then field 3 is block type. Field 3 here.
Yeah, 1 to 1. So
Yeah.
document matrix coding.
Yeah, the mainly this CID32.h you will understand if you will compare this revision G with this code, and you will see, okay, this byte here it is working like this. Okay, this byte here it is working like this. So you understand C better than both of us. So it will be easy for you to understand what's happening here.
Mm. Because I was doing the code for 20 some years until I'm become a PM guy. But before this position, I was developer for 20 plus years.
Wow, nice. So you will be so helpful in this project.
Yeah. It's not only because of C, but also whole programming, the mentality. The one
Yeah.
you troubleshoot is not just only because of C.
Mhm. So, in this software, how is it working? That first we are opening the DDF, then we are reading the DDF, and then we are closing the DDF. So you will see things like open DDF, read DDF, close DDF, free DDF memory, because it is mainly based on the pointers and the structure program. So it is mainly you will see things like struct, free memory, pointers, like that. The C has been written in this.
Yeah. Is C the most is C out of memory. I mean, your the point can free to move. You can move out of the space, out of
Mhm.
the. It's not
Timin, sometimes your voice
memory
is
space.
very low.
Very low. Okay. Okay. No, don't worry. Keep going. I don't want to
Okay.
interrupt. I want to
Okay.
keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll continue in the .c program right now. So here also you will see fread, fseek. So you know the difference between fread, fseek, right?
What? So show me. What do you mean?
There is things like fread, it is reading the data, then it is fseek, then it is like sets position to beginning of
Oh, yeah,
next
yeah, yeah,
record.
yeah, yeah.
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 So if you will go through this program, you will see many things like what's happening in this. It is reading, then it is setting the another position for another to read another block, and it will continue to read until it reaches the end of the file record, and then it will start the another record. That's what it was mentioned here. Full one record will have all these, and once it reaches the end of record, the new record will start.
Yeah. So the purpose of this C program is to read this file, and I think they are putting in it data in data file, and from there they are inserting into the database. So F open, they are preparing some .dat file, right, Mansi? Do you remember?
Yeah, so what it is doing, when we will compile this data, compile, if we, let's say, if we make any changes here and if we compile, then it will prepare a .lib file. Then .lib file we will replace into our software where we are running the .exe, right? So there we will replace it. Let me show you just a sec. So
Now, what I am saying, we are reading the DDF file, and
yeah,
then after reading the data, uh, where we are putting this data in a file or directly inserting into the database.
I think
That
directly
part.
into the database.
Oh,
Okay.
really? So there's a SQL command there inside a C.
Yeah, there should be a SQL command to insert or update the data.
Okay. But do you
So,
uh,
mhm.
go ahead? Sorry.
So that's what I was saying. Like it will give you the .config file. I don't remember exactly. No, this. It will give you this lib.dll file. So whenever you are testing your code, it will give you this lib.dll file. You will come replace here and then run your software, and then you will see if your changes are working or not.
Oh, that's why you're talking about DLL in that one of the KT.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
So okay, so the change, this is the revision F, this is revision G, and this is the DDF header record looks like, and there are fields from 1 to 45, 1 till 45. This is till here, and then it will continue. You can read it on your, yeah, this is here. This is the
oh,
Sample.
sample DDF file looks like.
that's the reader, eh? That's the one when you successfully open up like the hex
Yeah,
font. Yeah,
exactly.
okay,
Yeah, the
okay, I got
DDF will look like this, and this is how it is calculating the bytes. Like first 2 byte, it is header, then next 2 bytes are record, then next 3 bytes are description. It is going like that in that sense, in that way.
okay.
Okay, and so revision G is till 45, and now I'll show you what's the difference between revision G and revision F. So this is revision G, and now I'll open revision F.
So the changes
So
are only in one of the sections. Other sections are same.
yeah, I'll bring it side by side so that it is
Yeah,
more clear. Yeah, in here. This is called revision F and this is called revision G. Okay, go ahead, Pravesh.
so here we have 45 records. This side we have 44. So checksum is at 44. And if in other revision we have checksum at the 45. So one field has been added here. Where is that field? Which one was there? One see 29,
Flag
13.
indicators, mark time, frames, date, and time.
This one, right? Only one
Yeah,
31 flag
I think I'm
indicating.
showing wrong. This is revision F and this is revision G. Why I have opposite?
Yeah, it's it's okay because in the new revision we have
In the new
one extra
revision,
field.
we have this extra column.
Yep.
See
So
here till
this
31.
change we need
Yeah.
to incorporate in our C program. And as per Than, this is the only program CID 32 we need to make the changes to accommodate this new field.
Got it. Got it. Very clear. So he is going to do this or is already done? We haven't done yet, all right? We have delivered his
Actually,
one, right?
the in the code, Mansi has made the changes, but so far, once I remember, we were testing, so it was failing
Okay.
due to some uh, that failure. I think it was compilation was okay, right, Mansi? But when we were running,
Yeah, compilation was okay, but when we were
Okay.
putting that lib file into the into the .exe folder, there it was giving the error.
error.
Okay.
So we are testing after making the changes. We have some sample files from Textron. We were testing those sample files. So we doubt somehow it was not picking up the correct sample file while we were testing. So that is the, I think, last stage we were involved. And
Okay.
now we
Yes.
were looking for Than's help, how we can test this. We made the changes, we compiled the code, but we were struggling how to test the new data with the new version of the software.
Mhm.
Yeah, what does Tom say?
I think we didn't had any meeting after that
Yeah,
because then Pravesh left for his medical surgery and then I got busy into other things like workstation renewal. So we didn't do it after
Okay.
that.
Oh, I remember in a meeting, one of the meeting, Macy, you mentioned that in the compile mode, right? You mentioned to the can be can be ask you the status. You say is compiled. You say the code, the enhancement is compiled, right?
Oh, no,
yeah.
he was asking for phases. So yesterday what he was saying, I'll show you. I need to show that thing to you. He was asking me to show those enhancements which are coming, and we have sent them
No,
the.
no, no, Mansi, first let us focus on this. Then we'll go for the new announcements.
Okay.
So now, Mansi, we can show Timin the changes which we have made. So there is only one section where we need to make the changes.
So if we
So
do it with Mansi, I think adding those files. Let me see where are those
yeah,
changes because we
so
added the comments there.
correct. So everywhere we added the comments. We started with the structure. In the structure of that section, we added that field.
Mhm. Let me see because my laptop has been refreshed and I think where those changes are gone. Let me find them. Jpat code.
I need to grab a cup of water.
Mhm. Sure. This CID 32 is from 2024. And where is my code? Just a sec. I'll open my old laptop because I have not given to them yet. I'll just find my differences in there. Hmm. Right now, I do not see. I think that's gone. I didn't copy it from my old laptop. Mhm. Projects. It's only Jpat's code. DLL files. These are DLL files I prepared. And documents. Okay, I'm not able to find those code changes right now. Once we will break from this meeting, I'll just check my old laptop and then I'll copy it from here. I'll copy it from there. I still have that old laptop with me. This laptop was refreshed in November and I think I don't have those changes in here. That's okay. So we will continue further and I will let you know those changes in afternoon.
Okay.
Okay, so one more thing. So you understood this change, right?
Yeah.
That we need to add this column here in mark time frames date, right?
Mhm.
So this is done. And then there is a new project coming. New project means, which I told you that right now we are reading the data from the DDF file. The new project is coming where Textron is updating their software fully and they will not be receiving data into the DDF file formats. They will be receiving the data into the CSV file formats. And then accordingly, we will need to update our software. Right now, it is reading DDF files, and then we will need to update our software like all the C programs and to make changes that they start reading the data from CSV instead of DDF. So in that project, we have done quite of work and we have given them estimates. So the new project, which is called CSR is called Crash Survivable Recorder. And I'll show you the data validation part as well. So this is the statement of work. They will be giving it to us. And in that one, it has mentioned that the new crash survivable, uh, okay, the new crash survivable recorder through a third party vendor, Scientific Research Corporation, for the purpose of replacing current integrated data acquisition recorder. Right now, they have IDAR recorder, which creates the DDF file. They will be replacing this with this software, which is called SRC. The program office is requesting TA Defense, that is Textron, take on the sustainment of the new CSR system under the sustaining engineering and program management contract. However, before the CSR can be brought into the sustainment contract, the data must be validated to ensure it is readable and compatible with the various programs already covered under sustainment contract. Pratt& and Whitney currently received transforms data from Textron and uses the data to prepare reports for the structural integrity related to aircraft's propulsion system. This effort will allow Pratt to receive transform data and evaluate for usage in those programs. So they reached out to us, I think, in 2023 or 2024 to let us know that they will be changing their software and they also wanted us to make sure that the new data which they will start sending once they have this new recorder in hand, that the new data is also readable and compatible for our system, that we are still able to generate reports. And in this, that statement of work defines the work and deliverable required to accomplish CSR data output. That means that when they will start sending us the new kind of data, our software still should be compatible with them, so that it is still be generating reports and sending it to Textron. So in this one, it says SOW shall form the contract basis for work effort to be conducted on this project. And this project will come in three phases. There will be phase one, phase two, phase three. And this is all the information. I will send you this information. You can go through whenever you feel like. So this is the phase one. Pratt will assist Textron with unique technical questions and all follow-up questions related to each technical question per month for the duration of phase one. Pratt will also participate in two coordination meetings via MS Teams during phase one. Pratt will be provided data by Textron, and Textron will attempt three methods of sending the required data to Pratt. Pratt will use the data provided to complete data transformations required by in-place NSIP or PSIP agreements and will submit their findings to Textron. So in phase one, there was nothing. It was just that they will be sending us new set of data, and we will have meetings, and we can ask them technical questions. They can ask us technical questions like whether the data is readable or not, whether the data is compatible or not, like that. So there will be attempt to receive the data from three methods attempted by Textron. Three methods which we mentioned, it was like they can send the data to us from through MFT, which I showed you, through SFTP server, which I showed you, or maybe the third thing was they can directly send us over email. And the question was, will work to store that data parallel with IDA data currently received? So in that, the another question was, right now the DDF files are in the binary format. So binary files are easy to store because they have less size. But then we had another question that if we start to receive CSV files, how will we store it? Because CSV files will be larger compared to the binary files. So they are still working on that question. Maybe they will give us more space. That's why the new workstation which we are having right now, it has 1 TB of size. And then the third question is report back any data corruption issues. So once this size issue is resolved, they will send us the data, and then we will need to report them whether we are able to read that data, or if there is any data corruption, then we can send it back to Textron. So we were having meetings on this phase one. We had quite a lot of meeting last year. That's why Karen was saying that we were reaching out to Tan, and Tan was also having questions because there was a lot of work expected from us, and we did not had so much information in Jpats because I was the only one doing the reporting, and Pravesh was new into the project.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Then phase two. Phase two is Pratt will assist Textron with unique technical questions, all follow-up questions, discussion related to each technical question per month during phase two. Pratt will also participate in meetings via MS Teams during phase two. Pratt will perform their own actions to confirm the provided data has the required data parameters necessary to perform the integrity per program analysis. If CSR data files are excessive, leading to large files, Pratt will report on the specific data storage issues. Pratt will confirm that all tools, programs used to support these efforts will work with CSR. If not, Pratt will identify any shortfalls with the provided data or with processing the data relative to the aforementioned programs to include associate risk, potential remedies, and Pratt will work with pre-existing data tools where available. This is the main thing that they're expecting us to work with the pre-existing data tools. That means we need to modify our software to make it work with the CSR. Currently, it works with the IDA technology where we are receiving the CPTS EMITS calculation, but then it will be the new thing, the CSR kind of calculations. And Pratt will provide Textron information regarding success of data reporting tools, any instances of data corruption from attempts to record, and Pratt will also submit their findings, like what all the issues they face, successes to Textron to provide a technical report. Then there is a last phase which is called phase 3. So phase 3 is Pratt will provide Textron with unique technical questions, all follow-up questions, discussions to each technical question per month. And then Pratt will also participate in meetings, blah, blah, blah. Pratt will provide a list of requirements to use CSR data in place of IDA data. That's what I mentioned. Moving forward in T6A USG aircraft, in addition to provided requirements, Pratt will provide a process map of current IDA data gathering and transformation process and a notational process map for gathering and transforming data as CSR. Pratt will include observed and anticipated impacts. So this is just like three phases to make sure that we need to work with Textron to bring our software as per their requirement, need to have meetings with them for all the technical questions, for all the technical findings, all the issues we had, all the successes we had. So right now it has not started yet. I met with Glenn and I asked him like how much time do you think that we will start receiving the CSR work? So he was saying that for them also it will take another 1.5 year. So till then we have time to get ready for us to understand the code, how is it working, and then when they are ready to send us the code and send us the new data, that CSR data, we will also be ready to start making changes in our code like that. So
You
that's
mean
what.
you mean 1.5 years for them to prepare, or how
Yeah, right
many?
now because their software is not ready. Their software is still getting
Okay,
the data into the DDF file format.
so you at least 1.5 years before we actually change our code to match their new requirement. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, you can think about you still have 6 to 8 months since so they start coming up with these new requirements. So currently we are in phase 1. They are finding their some possible data and whenever they have technical questions, they reach out to us. If we are able to answer it, that's fine. Otherwise, if you think like it is out of your scope, then you can reach out to Than and Than will also help you. So that's what phase 1 Camby was mentioning yesterday. That did I inform you about these estimates and everything? So I'll show you. We have sent them estimates last year for all the phases in phase 1, 2, 3. So, okay, here we are. Mhm. Let me get it from here. CSR estimates. I sent them this one, the latest. Yeah. Okay, so there was phase 1. As I told you that we are still gathering information, they will be reaching out to us. So on this, we estimated meetings, data transfer for data assessment, we mentioned 30 hours. Then there was phase 2 where the most of work will happen. No, the most of work will happen in phase 3. In phase 2 also, we still have meetings, coordination to make sure that our system will be able to read the data, will be able to send the report for the data. So in that, if when we are making the changes with the DDF file, database schema will also be changed. There will be changes in the database side as well. So that's why we have mentioned that database schema and reporting system will change. There will be testing and meetings. It will take 150 hours. And because now we will move into phase two, so there will be data processing and data testing. For that also we are marking 150 hours. And then there is phase three, where we will be making changes in database schema. We will be gathering requirements for CSR data. Then there will be a process map. Then there will be development of C and C++ DLLs that will mark around 200 to 300 hours. So like that, we have sent them requirements. And for this project, which I showed you the current change which we need to make, there is another estimate we have already sent to them. The Textron has informed us that their software to decompress IDA data has been upgraded from version this to this. For that, they have given us 50 hours. We do not have charge code for this. I'm still charging it under AOP when I'm working on this one. But when you start your work, like you are spending your time in code, understanding the code, you can check with Cami and Karen, and they can give you a charge code. Like they will tell you whether you need to charge it under AOP or into some project code. So how does it look?
That's good.
Okay. So now I need to find the code changes, and we need to work on your l- part that here. mm, one more thing is required. So I want to make some changes into the properties. Not here, then here. R- we need to make some changes into your properties also. You see, like my properties. So you also need all this information so that your code will compile, otherwise it will not work. So we will spend some time in the afternoon after lunch, and we will get your Visual Studio ready. We will try to compile your code and we'll see it is working, and then I will show you what changes I have made into the code, and then from there you can take it.
Yep, that's good. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So we will, you can stop the recording here and we can go for lunch. Oh, we have a meeting, another meeting at 1. So you have only like 15
Okay.
minutes.
Okay,
Busy
we start
day.
busy day. Yeah.